goal.
Why not give the show a call on 01413561972?
Rangers open the scoring. At Pittodrie. 12 minutes of the match remaining. A stunner from Kenny Miller. Rifles it into the roof of the net.
Or send Fox a friend request on Skype at Rangers Radio Online.
He's gone into the middle. McSwegan's in there too. Will he come for McSwegan? There's his header, and he scores! What a substitution! Running inside, is he gonna let? Flies in! He scores! Good ball! Scores for Rangers! Nacho Lobo with one kick of the ball to take Rangers to Manchester. Rangers are coming! The Scots are heading for Manchester, and you know what? Manchester may not be big enough.
Remember, it's all about the Rangers.
Hello, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Joining myself, Fox, here on the panel is the one and only Bridgeman and Ibrox Loyal. Ibrox Loyal. Big Ulster, how we doing, lads? Ibrox Loyal's haunting me.
Hello, everybody. How are you all?
Hi, can I say a big good evening to the boys in the panel, and a big good evening to all the guys in the lobby, and to all the Rangers fans all over the world. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
How we doing, Bridge?
Excellent, pal. A very happy chappy. Very happy chappy.
Good to see you yesterday, mate.
It was indeed. It was a real pleasure. A real pleasure. And I said to the wife, you were looking great. She said, how's you looking? I said, you're looking great. It just
fresh as a daisy, fresh as a daisy.
Fresh as a daisy, pal, and looks like a millionaire. It looks as if a boy from Millionaire Row.
And some of the slanderous, scurrilous remarks that my mate was coming out with yesterday.
Well, yeah, the boys in the lobby were taking your side last night. Well, one of them anyway.
Yes, it was a busy weekend. Enjoyed the game. Enjoyed the result. At least I get some goals when I go Ulster.
Yes, mate. At least you get the goals. I'm happy enough. I think it was fantastic. Good victory for us, so it was. And results for a couple of teams the other way. I think everything worked in our favour this weekend, so happy days.
Good weekend for the Rangers. We only need about 3 or 4 of them between now and May. Bridget will be, here we go.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. At least another one or some sort of help, maybe for Aberdeen in the coming weeks. It might sort of throw another wobble. We might throw another wobble after that. So I believe that the tranny man was very upset.
Oh dear.
About the St Johnstone team only turning out against the big teams. There you go. He doesn't do irony, does he?
I'll ask you two a wee question. We've got to beat the Hearts on Saturday, yes?
Yes,
also,
indeed.
you're no gone. You're barred, aren't you?
Don't worry. I'm not coming over for that one. So everybody's safe.
No, you're not coming over again. Graham Murray's taking an injunction out on you.
Shocking.
So we beat the Hearts. What result you happy with at Pittodrie? I know what I want. Ulster.
I want an Aberdeen victory. Definitely. I think it's time to look past them and
then just watch the squeaky bum time, as Fergie used to call it. Bridgeman.
Yeah, obviously I would dearly love that to happen, but I'd like a draw. I would like both teams to drop 2 points.
Both teams to lose.
To lose 2 points. That's what because both of them they're expecting to win a game. So I'm saying it. As far as I'm concerned, a draw would suit me fine. Them across the city drop 2 points, and Aberdeen drop 2 points. Admittedly, they're gaining a point as well, but you know what I mean. But
I wouldn't be heartbroken if that was to happen, Ulster.
Providing we win, it pushes it 2 points ahead of Aberdeen and 2 points closer to Celtic, and that's what we want.
Right. That's it. We're going to have to get name badges for this studio, aren't we, Ulster?
Absolutely.
I think so. Yes, I agree. See, to be honest with you, I would take a draw. Somebody said to me now, I would take it this second, but preferably.
Your preferred option.
Yes, exactly. But I don't think we'd be too disappointed if it was a draw next weekend.
So, well, it'll be interesting. That would be, if we win, it goes to 6 points before they take the field.
Well,
So,
that's the big if. That's the big if.
But we've got to win. We've got to win.
Well, I think we have to say, and I'm not being funny when I say this, and I think everybody in the lobby knows exactly where I'm coming from. We really should be looking at winning every game from now to the end of the season. Every single game is a crucial game for us. If we want to win the league, we need to be in the position to do it, and we need to win games. And a big run. We're playing quite well. Sometimes we're playing very good football, scoring some lovely goals, and we need to bring that along every game, every single game.
Yeah, it's all about us now, Bridge. If we take on a run like that, mate, you don't know where it's going to take us,
Absolutely, Paul, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Ulster, momentum's a funny thing in football. It can change quite quickly. Who's at the Titan? It's no me and it's no Ulster.
It's no me either. What are you listening to?
Is it Ulster?
Nope, not guilty.
Right. I can't type. Every time I go with Fox, I end up with the shakes. So momentum could swing, But Sunday, losing 3 goals to Hamilton, cause for concern. Ulster.
Oh, well, it wasn't great. You'll not win every game by 5. I think we know that. We're very good at the attacking play, but as I say, 3 goals. Maybe the penalty. I don't think it probably was a penalty, to be fair. Or at least it definitely wasn't a booking. But a few silly errors. I think we were a bit cold the first 15, 20 minutes. I know we got a couple of goals, but a couple of defensive errors as well. And but we came back and we played very well for big parts of the game after that. But I think sometimes we do have slow starts and we seem to have better second halves. I think it's something we need to look at. Maybe try and somehow get the team more focused at the start of these games, so we don't give silly goals away that we don't really need to.
I mean, look, the corner came in and the boy Goss cleared it with a header. It broke out to the wing. Goss and Murphy went out there doing the work for the team. Boggett played inside. Greg Docherty miskicks it. Declan John loses his man, and then the boy guides it into the bottom corner. Now, I've looked at it. I don't think Fodderingham's position was too bad. I just think the boys curled it softly around him and he couldn't reach it. Goal. We'd have scored it. If Jamie Murphy had cut in for the wing and scored that goal, we'd have been quite pleased. So the mistakes for me was Docherty and Declan John, and 2 bad errors, but it happens. That's the game. Everybody makes mistakes. Bridgeman,
Absolutely. I must admit, though, when you see that goal, I've watched it about 20 times. That first goal there, the boy just slots it on along that pitch, and maybe it gathers pace. I don't know, but it just really and truly, our goalkeeper really does look slow going down to that, and he's only a few inches away from the ball, So he's going. I would imagine going in the right direction, but maybe it's just the pace of the ball. I don't know. I get disappointed with my goalkeeper. When the ball crosses him, when it goes across his body. And into the net. I mean, don't get me wrong. From a Hamilton Accies perspective, it was a brilliant goal because two calamities from the Rangers from a defending perspective to allow that to happen. But the young boy Greg Docherty took a swipe at the ball. It was a fresh error, and the ball just sort of bounced into the boy's path. So you're not going to beat. You're going to beat that. It was good luck. So as far as I'm concerned, that was to me. They never got near the goal. The guy should never have got the shot in. And the goalkeeper, I think, could have done better. But, it should never have got there in the first place. That's where all the problems started. Is that what you were saying?
Aye, same thing, mate. I just think, I don't think it was the goalie's fault. I think it was Greg Docherty and
Declan
John, who made the errors, yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. There, I think if you watch it again here.
Sorry, pal.
If you watch it in the lobby there, Bridge, you see it.
I'm watching it, pal. I'm watching it.
Yeah, you see it there. If you also look, I think that's Martin, who's just in front of Templeton as he's going to hit the shot. So he was also probably a wee bit in Rotherham's eyesight. I think that's why he saw it a wee bit late. But I think sometimes we always look for the negatives in our own team, which is what we do as Rangers fans. But I think, you have to sort of give credit to Tampin. I think that was a lovely finish. I don't see much the keeper could have done there, to be honest. The
only thing I'm saying is I think I think it's something about our goalkeeper. He loses a lot of goals with the ball going across his body. So he did the same against Hibs, and the boy hit the ball from maybe 20 yards or so right across his body into the far corner, and that's what that guy did there. Don't get the guy never blutered the ball or anything like that. He actually side-footed it in, so it was a well-taken goal from a Hamiltonakis perspective, and it beat the keeper. If we had scored that and it was a Rangers player, I'd have said a lovely goal. I just get disappointed when the ball goes across our goalkeeper, that's all.
Fair point, mate. Fair point, Bridge.
What about the second goal?
There's another one about that first goal. We've got to shuffle across, and Martin's got to be then pushed out. We've got to be more switched on.
I think I have to say, I thought Martin had probably, in patches, probably his poorest performance in a Rangers jersey. A lot of that, I must admit, might have been down to the pitch. Right? He's just no used to playing on that type of pitch. It does different things. The reading of the game might be slightly different. So I'm going to make a lot of excuses for a lot of Rangers players when it comes to these things. Can we talk about the penalty?
No, that's in. We're at the first goal. That was in.
Right, okay, that's why I was asking. Right, okay, go on then. Go on.
This is brilliant.
We need to get you off that glue bridge. Right, so we started slow. No, a good trait. We bit of a mistake there, defensive mistake, but we bounced back for it well, Ulster.
Yeah, we did. We bounced back. I think it was Morales. He'd done a lovely bit of skill and then passed the ball in with Murphy finish. So it was good to get ourselves straight back into the game at that time. It was, but it's pretty strange. Normally in games going by, maybe months down the line, or maybe a year ago, or at the start of the season, if we lose that first goal, I'm panicking then. Straight away, I'm thinking, here we go. But for some reason, I felt the confidence in the team that we would always win the game, which is something I haven't had in a long time.
I agree. I mean, we always look positive, but you never know when you're one doing, you're frightened you lose another goal, and then you're two doing, and the game becomes a struggle, Yeah,
fair point, mate. That's true as well.
So, great play by Morales, Bridgeman.
Oh, yes.
He muscled their big centre half, cut inside, and very unselfish. Just strolled it back to Murphy, put it in the net. One each, yeah.
Absolutely cracking piece of play. Wonderful piece of play by him. He took that ball, took it past the boy, right to the byline, and then actually did a wonderful pass right into the path of the boy Murphy. Great goal. Well engineered, great vision by both players. Well played, Rangers. That was really good, really good. He's very good with the assists, isn't he, the boy Morelos? He's good with the assists as well,
He's actually, don't want to say this in case anybody's listening in China, but he's getting better and better, isn't he?
He is. But he's a really difficult player to play against. You can see some of these guys. They really have a battle against him. I don't mean they're too much physical, but once he's in your path, it's very difficult to shift him. You can bump him, you can nudge him, you can do all these wee things, but my goodness gracious, you don't seem able to move him away very far.
He works. That's because he buys his fruit in Morrison's and Partick.
There you go. There you are.
Good goal. Happy with it. So people want to join us. Ulster, what's the number?
Right, I'm going to have a go at this. It's 0141 365
356.
Unlucky. Thanks for the call, Ulster. We'll bring Ibrox back in. If you want to join us, it's 0141 356 1972. And you can join us where, Bridge?
You can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online. And
Fox will
will look after you if you need a wee friend request. He'll look after you and bring you in okay.
I think Fox is with us. How we doing, Fox? Evening.
I'm here, but I'm not with you.
That sounds familiar.
How we doing, pal?
All right, mate. I take you home safe and sound on Saturday evening.
I did indeed. Long journey, but got home safely.
I know you had to be up for church in the morning, mate. Fair play to you.
Right, got to do your duties.
Fair play to you.
All the boys down at Partick were saying you left early, Fox. Is that true?
I left at the required time, mate. I think that's the best thing to say. Anyway, you've got a caller coming in. I think it's Blue Shadow.
Well, here we go. Evening, Blue.
Hold on a minute.
Hold on a minute.
I'm trying to sort myself. That was an accident. That's better. Just leaned forward. I hit the button by accident.
You were an accident. Oh, you're having an accident.
Well, it has been rumoured. Maybe. You know. How we doing, boys?
All right, mate.
Well, I actually phoned in to say congratulations to the lads for the match day show at the weekend when you never turned up, like, you know, Ox.
Could you help it, mate? I was at the game.
Well, yeah. What can you say? But you know, it's great. Jack and Victor on Rangers Radio, fantastic.
I heard you build it as well. Let the lads struggle on without you.
I must admit, I was a bit rough.
Not as rough as me.
Is that Fox? You're blaming that Foxy? He's a bad influence.
He is a bad influence. Every time I get with him, I end up in bother, mate.
So you didn't get fined this time, man?
Well, I've not done anything through yet, but it's early.
Early doors.
It's early. Blue, what was your opinion on Sunday's entertaining match?
It was a great game. You know, I thought Ibrox Loyal did a fantastic job for the second goal. You know, the coaching that he's been doing down at Hamilton, the old Poppadom wrist. I thought what's his name, Murphy, I didn't really notice it so much watching the game, but when I watched it back a second time, some of the play. It was so really intelligent and up reading the play really well. I thought Morales was fantastic. It's one of the best games I think I've seen him play. This is someone he's obviously been working on. He had his head up, like for the first goal, he had his head up looking to play the ball back. Earlier on in the season, he would have just blasted that and just hoped it went in. And so it's just the defending, which is a bit worrying.
Well, coming up, we've seen Morales' goal was in the lobby, but I just want everybody to watch how intelligent Jamie Murphy is when Windass shoots. Look at the option he gives him for the pass. Bang. All right, he doesn't get the ball, but he's just made himself just been a couple of steps. Look. You see it? Ibrox, Ulster.
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed. You notice the difference in players who have played at the top level, I think. Because Murphy's positioning sometimes was just unbelievable. You'd see it if you watch him closely. If you watch the game back, I'm sure Blue Shadow's seen it when you watch it back. Blue, the way he positions himself on the pitch, it gives so many people so many options. And I think you can tell, you know what I mean? We didn't have that before on the left hand side. We've been missing that, so it proves, you know, the quality that Murphy brings to the game. You know, not just with the ball, but without the ball.
Yeah, Fox, I'll come to you, mate. He's intelligent, he's hard-working, he started scoring goals. It looks as if he's getting fitter. Big plus.
He's a good player to have on the left, mate. He's working as well with Declan John as Candias is with Taverner. I thought the front four, if you look at the front four, were absolutely terrific on Saturday. It was midfield and defence that didn't keep the door shut at the back, you know.
No, fair enough, mate. I mean, we've got to be honest, losing 3 goals isn't very good. But talking about people who score quite freely, we've been joined by Rudy Bear. Evening, Rudy.
Evening, gents.
Hi, Rudy boy.
Hey, Rudy.
Hey, Rudy.
Evening, Shadow.
How we doing, mate?
Aye, pretty good. I thought that was an excellent performance at the weekend. Certainly second half. A bit dodgy in defence, you know. It's not good to lose 3 goals, really, is it? But the forwards, I just thought they were exceptional at times. You know, Windass a hat trick. You know, Jamie Murphy gets a goal and 3 assists, and Wee Alfred gets a goal and 2 assists. You can't really ask much more of the forward line than that. Man of the match for me, though, was Jamie Murphy. I thought his movement, like we were just talking about there, I thought Jamie Murphy's movement at times was absolutely brilliant.
I agree, mate. The first half an hour that he was, the first 60 minutes that he was heavily involved.
Yeah.
We played the best football. The game sort of petered out after an hour, if I'm being really honest with you.
It did a bit, didn't it? But Jamie Murphy, do you know what I really like about him? He makes himself available all the time, and he moves into space, which is something I never really noticed until the weekend. He moves into space at pace. He does it at pace, and to mark him must be an absolute nightmare for a player trying to keep up with him and try to mark him. You know, because he moves so quickly into space. You know,
we've got their second goal in the lobby, mate. If you want to just look at that, I've come to Bridge. Are you there, Bridge?
Indeed, I am.
Yeah. So Russell Martin gets the ball. I don't know, 5-6 yards from his own goal line. I don't know what he's thinking about. You've just got to put it right up the park. No pass it to anybody. Either that or you leave it to the goalie and you move the whole team up the park.
Yeah, we're not seeing the part where Russell Martin, what I'm seeing. Yeah, I agree with you. The ball came in and he never cleared it properly at all. He tried to do something really daft, like pass the ball, but he can't do it. You know, and all he did was put it straight back to one of their players who pumped the ball straight in to the boy's feet, and they just sidestepped everybody and away he went. I think we could put that down to...
And because Russell Martin's that deep, he's then a yard away from the boy, and it's that yard away from him, the 18 yards for goal, that just makes Templeton just pass the ball to the net.
The boy just, Templeton just see it right footed outside the right foot, pushed the ball away, he slipped in between the two of them and slotted the ball past the goalkeeper. That great goal, he scored goals like that for us as well. You know, we know he can score goals, unfortunately.
On a plastic pitch?
No. He never got on the plastic pitch. He was injured just walking out, you know. But you know what I mean? And that's a nice wee goal he scored there. No, like, it's a defensive, to me, defence in midfield, with poor passing from defence, and the midfield can't pick it up, and the ball ends up back in there. So, hell slap it if we're going to play like that, I'll tell you.
For me, Russell Martin's got to clear his lines, either that.
Oh, yes.
Either that, he gives it to him, go to Rudy next, either that. Or he gives the ball to the goalkeeper, he moves the whole team up the park, yeah? We're winning the game 2-1. You've got to be conscious that you've got a lead. You don't want to give anybody a sniffing game, so you clear your lines first and foremost, Rudy.
Yeah. It surprised me how long he took with the ball. You know, I mean, he was obviously looking to make a pass, but as you say, you're winning 2-1. You don't take any chances. I thought Russell Martin was quite poor at the weekend. I think maybe that's the poorest game I've seen him in so far. I don't know if the big fella's completely fully match fit yet. Probably no. You know, there's a few players trying to work their way into match fitness, but it was pretty poor. I thought, you know, when he does decide, it's like he's very indecisive when he's got. And you know, I don't think he's been so much like that, you know, in the games he's played for us so far. But he looked very indecisive, like he was looking to pass. But me personally, you know, the ball should have ended up the other end of the park, you know what I mean? Or as you say, back to the goalie and then move the ball up the park that way, you know? He just took a chance and it kind of backfired on him a wee bit, you know?
Aye, again, but every goal's an error for both teams, always, you can look at that, but something we need to look at improving. To me, sometimes it's too much football, too close to our goal, Blue Shadow.
Absolutely, mate. So that was a catalogue errors from Martin. As he said, he took too long messing about, trying to play a ball up the pitch, which didn't make it. One header down the pitch, and the guy was 5-10 yards away from him. He's sort of like, you know, there's nobody near him. He just collected the ball in, turned round, and he still had time to pick his spot. You can't have that in Premiership football. No, you know, it just can't be allowed to happen. I don't know how they're going to look at that one at the weekend, but they need to, you know, basically clear, you know, when you've only got a 1-goal lead, you don't take a chance of the ball coming back into the middle, at the edge of your box, play it up the wings until you get your shape sorted. That was just terrible for me. I was really raging at it at the time, like.
I have to agree with Blue Shadow. I was upset myself when I saw it. It's just, and all down to Mr. Martin, I have to admit. I agree with Rudy. Sorry.
Not carry on, Bruce.
No, I was just going to say that I agree 100% with Rudy. I would suggest it's probably the poorest sections of play that Russell Martin had. He's had a couple of wee glitches, let's call them that, in Saturday. And as I say, I put it down to he's not 100% match fit yet, and the pitch as well. He's maybe never played in one of the pitches before.
So we move on to the goal that put us back in the lead. Did Greg Docherty for you, Fox, make up for his error? He wins the ball very well, and their final sort of third. Then plays the pass to, I think it was Morales, and then Morales plays out to Murphy. You think, go on, Jimmy, stick it away. Wasn't the greatest shot. Goalie spills it. Fair play to Murphy. Intelligent again, gets it and just. You've gave me one, Alfredo. There's one for you. Put it in the back of the net, and there's another 5 million on the transfer fee.
what a lovely pass! What a beautiful pass for Jamie Murphy. It comes off the goalkeeper, and he side-footed that back to Morelos. That was tremendous, just tremendous.
Ulster, everybody looks like teamwork up the front. There's nobody been too greedy. They've got their decision making right. They're working for each other. Happy to pass the ball as long as the ball ends up in the back of the net. We don't care who scores, do we? What's big Ulster? I'll take that.
You're absolutely right. We don't care who finishes.
What about yourself, Blue?
Oh, sorry, but it was a simple ball. They played the simple pass, which I've been shouting about for I don't know how long. If players work and find space for themselves, it's a simple game. The passing's simple. You move into space. You've got time to pick your shots. And again, intelligence, like you said, more than anything else. It wasn't a brilliant pass. It was a clever pass. It was just like, ball's got back, easier to knock it back. He knows Morelos is there, and a simple tap in for Morelos, It's great stuff. Love to see more of it.
So we're then 3-2 up, and then for me, goal of the game.
Goal of the game.
I don't know how many passes. Anybody?
I would say it must have been about 6, maybe 6 passes, something like that. 6-7 passes. For the goalkeeper, was it?
Aye.
But it was a proper team goal, wasn't it?
Indeed it was, Rudy.
And the wee flick, from a wee flick.
Anyway, we've been joined by a caller. Evening, caller.
How you doing, lads? All right, it's Calvin.
How we doing, mate? All right.
How you doing, Calvin? All right, buddy.
Aye, not too bad, pal. Yourself?
Excellent, pal. Excellent. Nice to see you. Nice to hear you.
What's on your mind, Calvin?
No, what I was phoning up for, pal. I know you previously had Kevin Thompson and that, and a few ex-Gers on the radio station. I've been in contact and speaking with Alan Hutton. Would you be interested in having him on your show?
Of course we would, mate.
Aye, well...
think about it, we'll let you on. Of course we would, mate.
Of course we would.
Oh, brilliant, mate. Look, there's two things, but if you want to maybe come back on at the end of the show, we can talk to you and tell you what we've done in the past when we've done this, yeah?
Aye, that's fine, mate. Aye, I wasn't sure because
I
know, I think it was the one with Kevin Thompson, that wasn't recorded live, was it?
Aye, it wasn't live, no, it was recorded.
Aye, right. Aye, well, what I'll do is I'll get a wee phone back in, mate, closer to the 11 o'clock mark.
Aye, of course, but you can still join the show, mate. What did you think of Sunday?
Aye, I was there, mate. Enjoyed it, man. I still think we're a bit dodgy at the back, to be fair, but aye, we're scoring goals and things are looking up. It looks like it, doesn't it?
Aye, we're positive. But looking like a better team, mate, if that makes any sense.
Aye, definitely, man, definitely. I thought maybe that boy Docherty was a wee bit nervous, but that's going to happen, isn't it? I mean, I think that boy will be a good player for us. Just need a wee bit of time to settle into the squad and that.
Do you know, I think the first maybe 20 minutes, if you can have such a thing, I thought he was trying too hard.
Aye, just trying a bit hard to impress, aye.
Aye, and then as the game went on, he get better and better. Once he won that tackle to make the third goal, he got into the game, and then he was unlucky not to score in the second half when they blocked him off the bar.
Aye.
I bet you big mates wished that had went in. Who was your man? Who was your man in the match, mate?
For me, I thought I'd probably say Morelos. I thought he held the ball very well.
Right.
But also, I thought Big Murphy was excellent as well. I mean, he scored, didn't he? And then I think he set Mundas up for his as well. He set Morelos up for his.
I think he was involved in 3 of the first 4 goals. Jamie Murphy, you know.
Aye.
They were the 2 best players for me also, mate.
Aye, definitely, mate.
Can we date, mate?
Oh, I was sitting saying that to my dad earlier, just it's all ifs and buts in it, but I keep believing that's what they're saying. That's all you can do.
Here, mate. Here. It's coming, mate. It's no this. It's coming. You can see the momentum starting to swing.
Aye, definitely, man. Just as I say, if we were a wee bit more tighter at the back, I would be a bit more optimistic. But we'll look no bad going forward. But I just hope we can tighten up at the back a wee bit.
I hope so, mate. Hope so. Listen, if you want to come on later on, Kelvin, we'll definitely talk to you if that's all right with you, mate.
Aye, spot on, my man. No bother at all.
All right, and thanks for the call, mate. We'll speak to you later, yeah?
No bother. Take care, mate. Cheers.
All right. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Now, good blue nose, eh?
That's exactly what he is. A right good blue nose.
Yep. Is somebody saying that Man City are getting beat by Wigan in the Cup?
Indeed. Just got one up. Will Grigg, I think it was.
Will
Grigg's on fire.
How did I know he was going to do that?
That's why I said it.
I know. Anyway, we're talking about
remember, Man City are down to 10 men, just to let you know.
I know, but you're talking about them going for the people who've had them winning the quadruple this year.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
By the way, what a goal it was, too. What a goal. Amazing.
So what about your fourth goal on Sunday, Blue Shadow?
That's a good passing move, wasn't it? That's again, it was Murphy's. That was a really exquisite sort of backward sort of flick, wasn't it? Inside.
It was a backward flick, yeah.
That was absolutely that was pure quality. That was.
I think there was only about 5 passes there. Oh no, it's 5 forward passes. A couple went across the way. Sorry, boys.
They moved them from side to side a bit before they went up the park. Yeah.
But
on you go, Blue.
Just brilliant.
It was a good passing move. Things were going pretty well, but that just changed the direction, wrong-footed everybody, and it created a nice finish for good finish from Windass, but it just created the space where it made it relatively easy for a professional footballer. You'd expect him to finish from there, wouldn't you?
I think so, mate. Unless the goalie makes a right good save, but he finished it well enough. I thought it was a brilliant bit of play by Jamie Murphy. And a good team goal, Rudy Bear.
Aye, I thought it was an excellent team goal, and as Blue Shadow said there, that lovely wee sort of flick for Jamie Murphy. He set Windass up. I thought was absolutely brilliant. They found space. They moved them about the park, and at that point, Hamilton were seriously struggling to try and keep up with the attacking pace of Rangers. It looks like we've got some real pace in the attack now. Windass is quick, Jamie Murphy's quick, Candace is quick, Morelos is no slouch, and it looks like we've got some real pace in the attack now. Somebody just said there that we need to try and shore up at the back a wee bit though. But as far as the fourth goal went, I thought it was a cracking goal. Really, really brilliant team goal for me. Windass, another hat trick. What's that hat trick? So you said 9 and 5
9 goals, 9 goals in 4 games, mate.
4 games. The boy's flying, isn't he? Absolutely.
Well, if you listened just before that game, what you said about him, mate.
You might have a point there, Ox.
He's obviously listened to you, mate, and took it on board, didn't he?
Aye, well, he's taking it on board, you know. I was telling him where he should be and what he should be doing. He's never listening, you know what I mean? But he's playing in his preferred position now, isn't he? This is what, you know, where he wants to play. He's in the position he played in down in England, you know, the club he was at down there. And apparently, I was listening to, what do you call it? I can't remember, Rock Sport. I was listening to Rock Sport the other night, and they were saying he was a real standout where he was before because he played in that position and scored a barrel load of goals, you know. And then, you know, they bring him up, Mark Warburton brings him up here, and, you know, and then he gets stuck out on the left, and he's an empty jersey on the left. We know that. We've seen loads of him playing out there, and he's just an absolute waste of a jersey when he plays on the left. He's not a winger. He's never a winger in a million years. Yet you put him in that position, in that hole, you know, behind the forwards, and he seems to be excelling at it now for me. 9 goals in 4 games. I mean, you just can't ask for any more than that. I'm surprised it's no the 11 million bids no for Windass, to be honest. You know what I mean?
Fox, did you see that run of form coming for Windass?
No, really, no, but he has come on leaps and bounds. I think the biggest change in the Rangers front four, mate, is the direct passing to one of them up front, who then breaks it full tilt, mate, and people at Windass come from nowhere and arrive in the penalty box, mate. Even that 4th goal, it was very slick, but we still had Morelos free at the left-hand post as well. If Windass couldn't have got his shot away, I think that's all down to Graham Murty, mate. I think he's getting the front four to play with pace, adventure, and creativity, and that's what we're seeing, mate. We're seeing a lot of one-touch football for them as well, easily finding their men in space, and that's looking good for it to the end of the season, mate. I think we'll score a lot of goals from now on. And
that sounds very good.
I take 5-2 and 5-3 every week, Bridget, as long as we win it.
Absolutely. You know, I'm ultra cautious. 1-0, 1-0. But when they score 5 goals, I just love it. I just absolutely love it. And it's great because some of the goals are just tremendous goals, you know. I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying the goals.
So that was 6 goals in 30-odd minutes. And I think even in that 30-odd minutes, the boy would be doing for about 5 where he's not.
Aye, absolutely, yeah.
I mean, look at that goal of Windass there. Look where his starting position was, mate. He was just there the halfway line there. Look at the pace of him coming through the middle there to pick up that ball. Absolutely fabulous, mate.
And that's hard to mark against, mate, when somebody's actually in midfield. It's hard to mark against because he can get away from the men.
It's the timing of the run as well, mate. Gets there right on cue. Good finish. We'll cause a lot of defenders a lot of problems.
Fox, can I ask you something, mate?
Season. Yeah.
Is that the problem? Because obviously Hamilton were playing. Ayr United came out and played. Even Partick Thistle played when we beat them 2-0. But when teams keep it tight, they're sort of 4-5-1, mate. And rigid.
No, I think we've found a way past them now, mate. We play with pace, whereas it used to be pass it along the middle of the park, left and right, and look for an opening. This time, the players are running off the ball, mate, finding the most important thing in the park, and that's space. And they're getting into space and in positions to score. That's what's improved for me.
It's not just to specify. I mean, it doesn't show so much in this one, Fox, but what you were saying earlier, where they were attacking, and Morelos was at the back post, Windass was sort of in the centre, and before Murphy played that flick, he was sort of attacking the front post. You know, they're coming through in the right positions as well, not just getting all sucked into the same area like they were before. So somebody's working with them, whether it's Murphy or whether it's another coach, I don't know, but somebody's working with them, and it's certainly paying dividends, I think.
All right, we're going to the 5th goal. And he gets a throw-in, good intelligent play by Candias, who takes a quick throw up to Morales. And I've got to say, a wonderful ball in by Morales for Windass just to stroke it home. And once again, a great run, Fox.
Aye, well, this is what it's about, mate. We were very static earlier on in the season. Nobody seemed to have much movement in them. But all this is improved, and it must be done in training, mate, because they know their runs, they know other players' runs, and they're finding them on the park. As I say, I think we're going to go on a good wee goal run just now. Probably it'll be nothing each and Saturday because I've said that, but I do think we're capable of opening up defences where we weren't before.
Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right.
Here, Fox. Here, eh?
The fifth goal, blow on you go, mate. Carry on.
I was say, it's just like, again, what impresses me more than anything else is the quickness of thought. You know, you just picked up the ball, took the throw-ins, and then kicked down to Morelos, kept it going, and Windass kept going in the middle. It's the speed at which the thought's working, which is making the rest of the game appear easy.
This has not been wise after the event, Blue, but I'll ask you this. Is that because, if you like, with Pedro, he wanted to be... It was as if he wanted to take the throw-ins, he dictated everything. There was no free thinking on the football part.
Absolutely, mate. It was like, you've got, you know, when we take a throw-in from the right-hand side there, you've got to be here, you've got to be there, you've got to be over there, you know. And it's... half the time, players are going, as you said, it was said before you arrived, this Portuguese system is complicated because they've got fixed routines of working everything, which does work. And being fair to the man, it does work to an extent, but at the same time, players are working in these routines. But as play changes, they've got the ability to change the play to suit what's happening in front of them. And it takes a long time to get that through. And I don't think Pedro was giving them the individuality to express themselves within the framework for what, you know.
Well, it's working well in Mexico. I think he's won 1 out of 8 in the league.
Well, the club came out and said they were in support of him, which is always a good sign for a manager, isn't it?
Oh dear.
Augur well, does it? It doesn't augur well for him, really, does it?
So we come on to one of the big talking points of the weekend was the game was down to death, and then a penalty kick given against us. And I'll come to Rudy because I know that he spent a lot of time in his backside when he played. So the guy comes sliding in. There's no doubt it hit his hand. Yeah?
Yep.
But was it a penalty kick?
I could see why it was given. I think Russell Martin, in all honesty, should have stayed on his feet, Ox. I don't know why he was sliding in. He should have stayed on his feet. It gave Bobby Madden a decision to make. You know, there was a possibility that Hamilton could have had a penalty earlier in the game, and that's maybe one of the decisions that Bobby Madsen had in his head, like, you know, for the rest of the game until that point. And I think he's looked at it and he's kind of thought, well, Rangers are 4-2 up. You know, there's only a few minutes to go here. It's going to be neither here nor there to give a penalty, and I think that's why he's made the decision to give the penalty.
I thought the linesman might have given him a nod to
no, I was just about to say that there, but obviously he's waited on the linesman making the decision for him, you know, because he doesn't make a decision right away, you know, so you can see the communication between him and his linesman. It's his linesman that's gave it, really. I think it was maybe a wee bit harsh on Russell Martin, you know, because he's, 2 yards away from the guy or something like that, you know, and the boy just leathers the ball, you know. There's not a great deal Russell Martin can do about it. He's maybe got his arm a wee bit too high, but in saying that, I'd have my arm up as well in case I caught that right in the kisser, you know what I mean? So I think he's been more protecting himself than anything else. I don't think he's deliberately tried
All right, so for you it's a 50-50 call, is it?
I think it's about 50-50.
All right, okay, I get where you're coming from here. Bridgeman.
Actually, was it no the referee decision? Was his decision that it was a deliberate handball? He gave a penalty in a booking.
Well, see, I don't think the booking was right, though, Bridge.
I'm saying that, but I think, is it not automatic if he thinks it's a deliberate handball? It's a booking.
I suppose.
I think it's something that says, obviously, there's absolutely no way that should have been a booking. There's no danger to anyone.
No.
If he thinks it's a penalty, I think it's automatic. It must be a deliberate handball. And I think by the book, he's got to book him. And it's unfortunate. The whole thing is just nonsense. What you said is absolutely right in my eyes. In my opinion, he should have tried to stay on his feet. He didn't need to get down there. He's 2 or 3 yards away from the guy before he hits the ground. He could have took 2 paces and just sort of jockeyed the boy out the way, you know. Like, we've been there. We've all made sort of crazy
Was it a
decisions what we're
penalty?
going to do. I would, personally speaking, he's went down, his arm's high, the boy's hit his hand or his arm, and as far as I'm concerned, decisions to be made by the referee. The guy was stupid enough to go down there and do that. Yes,
Was it a penalty?
I think it was a penalty, a deliberate handball.
Oh, right.
Definitely.
Right, I don't think it was deliberate. I've got to be saying, I don't think his ball moved to the horn moved to the ball at all. I think it just came on to him. They're all saying the ball played him, but Blue Shadow.
It was a professional foul. Let's put it that way.
Well, the one thing that's
the guy knew his. Sorry, Blue Shadow.
the one thing that strikes me more than anything else, if you look at the way the boy's falling or whatever, is that a natural position for his hand? And I don't think it is.
No.
And I think that's what settles it for me. I think it's a penalty.
All right, okay. What about yourself, Fox? You've had your hand in some funny positions.
I think it was Bridger. Was it Rudy that says he was trying to protect his face, mate? The ball, his hand doesn't go to the ball strikes his hand. For me, not a penalty kick, mate.
Big Ulster?
I didn't think it was a penalty either, to be honest. I think it's the same way. He's trying to cover his face there. The only thing is he's put himself in that position. I think if he had a left foot, he could jockey that and maybe block it with his left. But for some reason, he's went in an awkward position and tried to block it with his right foot when his left foot probably would have been. He could have stayed on his feet. So I don't think it was a penalty. But then again, I think if that's a game level, does the referee give the same decision? I don't think so.
Ulster, can I ask you a question? Right. Against the Tims, if that happens, against the Tims, are you screaming for the penalty?
I'd be saying we were cheated if we didn't get it. And I'm just being honest.
I agree with you, mate. I would as well.
Somebody pointed that out to me yesterday. If it happens in a few weeks' time, we'd all be going nuts, yeah?
Aye.
That's absolutely right. And look, you know yourselves, have played football, and sometimes your teammate's done a stupid thing, and you think to yourself, what are you doing? And you start shouting at him. And I would have been shouting at my partner if he'd done that. There was no need to go to ground. He just did. And I think it epitomised how, in some parts, some of his poor decision-making and actually quite poor play sometimes. I'm not saying he had a bad game, but...
He did, mate. He did.
With those decisions that he made, he was involved, or not involved, should I say, with the Templeton goal and that goal as well. It's just...
Wiggins beat Man City. Game's over.
Well, Greg's on fire.
Come on then, Bridgeman. You tell me how it was the midfielder's fault then.
No. I'm saying you know how you're playing and you're playing there, and you see it sometimes in a live game as well. The guys, you're moving up, you're in line, you're waiting in the pass never comes, and he overruns it or he does something. You think, see you.
That's one thing I was talking about midfield. It's, the last couple of games and how shaky the defence has showed me how much we're missing young McCrory. Because I reckon certainly the second goal that we lost on Sunday, if McCrory was playing, we don't lose that.
And if he's playing against Hibs, I know Blue Shadow, I agree with you. If he's playing against Hibs, Scott Allen doesn't get to make the moves he made either. To be honest with you, he was given way too much space in the Hibs game, so he was in the first half.
It'll be interesting to see how he plays because obviously it's a different system, I think, since he was in the team. But just came back to the penalty. Ulster?
Yeah.
We're going to have a scientific poll. Ibrox isn't here tonight, so you're on the percentages.
Oh, no.
Better go get one of your wains up, Ulster.
So it's a simple one. Yes or no penalty kick. We'll go around the panel. I'll go first. It's a no for me. Rudy Bert. Come on, it's yes or no, mate. Come on.
Yes.
Bridgeman.
Yes.
Ulster.
I'm saying no.
Ulster says no.
I've done that before.
Fox?
No from me.
And Blue Shadow?
That's a yes from me.
Well, it's pretty much split on the panel, so let's get the old Oh. Yes. All right, Ulster, what's the scores in the doors?
Just quickly there, I think it's 8 no's. 1, 2, 3.
No. We want the percentages. We don't want.
Oh, you've no
numbers.
chance to get me to do that. Sorry, boys. But I think no's wins by a few.
All right, okay. We're going to have to send them out to night school, really, aren't we?
Aye, I think so. Sounds like it,
Aye.
As long as you're paying for the babysitter, I'll go wherever you want.
He's the only guy that done an open university course away from him, Ulster. All right, so
62.5% no.
Yep.
There we go. Old school boy knows his percentages, Bridge.
I might even be higher now because a couple of boys have come in after it.
So it's pretty much split, isn't it? It's no overwhelmingly. It's all right.
No, look, the guy gave the referee a decision to make. The decision went that way. In some people's eyes, it was if it had been us against the Tims, you know, I would have said no, wasn't a penalty. If it had been the Tims against us, it was a penalty. You know that kind of thing.
No, I can't believe you'd have said that, Bridge.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm. Fox.
Hello.
Russell Martin's performance yesterday. Could we put something down to him being on a plastic pitch?
No. I think he's still getting up to match speed, but I think he's clever on the ground, mate. I think his positional sense, you see him organising the defence. My only fear from him, as I said after the match yesterday, is he isn't strong enough in the air, mate, for me. That's my only complaint against Russell Martin at this present time.
Mm-hmm. There's another flaw for me, but I get you what you're saying. There's another flaw for me. Blue Shadow.
I think it was a bad. He had probably his weakest game for us. I wouldn't say worst, weakest game for us so far. I think his decision making yesterday over the second goal was absolutely beyond belief. For a defender of his experience, that doesn't come down to fitness or anything else. That's a simple decision one. And his decision is, again, yesterday, to put his hand up there and to go to the deck and put his hand up there, as you say, given Mr. Madden the decision to make. And that's, you're always leaving yourself wide open there. So I think he needs... Hopefully it'll pick up with game time and he'll get up to speed a bit quicker, because I do think that he's a far better organiser than anybody else that we've got in the squad.
Rudy?
I think it's a good point, Blue Shadow makes. The way it is just now, he's probably the best organiser we've got in the back just now, because I'm not so sure Big Bates could sort of organise stuff. Saying that, I don't think he's match fit yet. I don't know how much football he played before he came up with us, but if I remember right, it wasn't that much, I don't think. And he's maybe just trying to play himself in, slowly getting in. But unfortunately, to lose 3 goals in a game against Hamilton really isn't the way forward as far as the defence goes. I mean, the boys up front are doing really well, But also the defence is, the midfield's got to have a wee look at themselves too, because they're part of the defence, when the other team's attacking. When they're on the attack, so you kind of go. The first goal for me was just a comedy of errors. A big fresh air swipe. Declan John loses the ball, loses a plot of where he is, and I think as well, Wes could have got down a bit quicker for the first one too. So it's just a bit of comedy, really. I thought. we've lost 2 bad goals against Hibs as well. I know that was a couple of weeks back now, but. We can't keep losing goals like that at the back. If the boys are doing their job up front, and scoring goals, we've got to expect the defence to do their job as well. So I think maybe that's something that should be looked at in training now. Murty's got to start looking at that. Him and Jimmy Nicholl have to get in about them in training and make them a more solid unit at the back. And I think it was Blue Shadow made the point of Ross McCrory. if he's back in there playing in front of the defence, maybe the defence is going to look much more solid, you know.
Maybe. Big Ulster, and then we'll go to Bridge.
Yeah, I thought Murphy made a few silly errors, and all of them that he was actually
Russell Martin,
sorry, and he was punished for them. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. But I think it's, he is an experienced player. You see him punching the floor after that goal goes in, so you can see that he's probably a bit annoyed with himself with the lead decision. And I'm surprised because it's something you would expect a younger player to do, maybe being decisive. I thought Martin would have just blasted that ball out of the park, and just take the pressure off us. But I think he'll come good. I still think he'll come good, but it was just one of those games. And
there's trouble at the Man City game, guys. I don't know if you can see or no, but the Man City fans are pelting the Polish receipts. They're not happy.
Oh, no.
Sorry to interrupt you there.
Maybe deduct them 20 points, make a week. On you go, Bridgeman. Your thoughts on Russell Martin before we go to the changes,
I think I said a wee bit earlier in a kind of summarised way. I agree with the guys. I think he's made it's probably his weakest performance. Certainly in patches, it was his weakest performance since he came to us. I'll give him a wee bit of due and say this is probably his first time playing such a dreadful pitch. But at the same time, the old adage is it's the same for everybody, So I think he's no way not helped himself, or actually the pitch hasn't helped him. And I don't think he's quite 100% match fit, and therefore the run of the ball, the bounce of the ball, and that type of pitch can be quite frustrating. And sometimes it doesn't bounce for you at all. And you could see that in the way he played yesterday. But as we got the ball and he moved forward, he was still doing quite some good things, Excuse me. Sorry, carry on.
When you mentioned the pitch there, mate, and I'm not trying to make excuses for Russell Martin, but is that then the confidence thing with your footing? Is that maybe how he's made the first wicket?
100%. It's just sometimes the ball, we say the bounce of the ball, sometimes it's actually the spin of the ball, because on these surfaces, as you can see the ball spinning a wee bit when it comes near you, and then all of a sudden it's like a snooker ball coming off the sort of sides, bang, and it's got some side on it and away it goes. And it sometimes takes a wee while to get used to that.
Quick question for you and the rest of the panel. Should they pitches be in top flight football in Scotland? Yes or no?
Oh, no.
Rudy?
Never in a million years.
Blue Shadow?
Absolutely not, mate. If you've got to have a synthetic pitch, there's newer, better ones available.
Ulster?
Yeah, I agree with everybody so far. No for me, and we were talking about that while we were watching the game, and all of us were agreeing. That's just not the kind of surface that we need in the top flight. So be done with it, I would say.
Just for the record, Ulster says no again. Fox?
No for me, mate. Should be outlawed.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. Anyway, lads, if you don't mind going on mute, we'll have a tune for your Fox.
See them march on, marching on through the years of history. Heads held on high, for the jersey they would do or die. Fight for pride, play the game with a mind of glory. Win, lose or draw, that's the Glasgow
You enjoy that, Bridge?
It's a Glasgow Rangers story. Yes, I love these songs. Absolutely superb.
All right, Bridge, if people want to join us, give us their thoughts. What's the number?
The number is 0141356 in 1972.
See how easy done that, Ulster? Where else can they join us, mate?
You can join us on Skype at Rangers Radio Online or
Well done,
on the
mate.
Facebook page. We haven't given
Yes.
a shout out in a while. So
Yeah, how's that going, mate?
They're going really well, actually. It seems there's a lot of people watching it and engaging with it, so that's really good to see. Glad we're branching out. Any new ones that have joined are really enjoying the show, so that's credit to you, like to yourself and Fox and Bridge and everybody involved, so it's great.
Oh, no. It's everybody's show. We don't dictate the show. It's obviously the football that takes it, Rudy, and the events, the Rangers events dictate the show, eh?
Yeah, absolutely, and this is what the platform's all about, isn't it? I mean, how often have we agreed with each other, or disagreed with each other rather on here? But it's like you keep saying, Ox, it's all about opinions.
Oh, and
you know?
two guys standing together, mate, watching the same game of football can see it so differently.
Exactly. You know, I mean, I've often spoken to my big mate after a game and he saw the day-to game completely different to me, you know. It's, but as you say, it's all about opinions. And it's a great platform for that, you know, either agreeing or disagreeing, or having a good whinge if things haven't went well, you know what I mean?
No, I've never noticed that, Rudy.
This is a great place for therapy, this.
Therapy, Ulster, that's right. You hit the nail on the head.
Have you ever noticed it's mostly husbands we get in? We don't get... Self-help groups. Anyway, so a few weeks ago, if you go back, maybe sort of November, December time, we were struggling to score goals. Now it seems to, the whole coin seems to have flipped. All of a sudden we're finding our feet, we're scoring goals, we've got a threat. But we've started deleting a few. But they all seem to be individual errors. Cut them out. Can we tighten up, Fox? For this push?
Is that on me? I'm dealing with something now.
All right, okay. Bridge, can we tighten up? The individual errors, it's hard to, as a manager, legislate for that, you know?
Yeah, like
Tav's penalty, Fodringham's mistake, Russell Martin's one there and Sunday, you know, but you have to use a Warburton saying you have to learn from it and move on, you know?
Well, we have to move on anyway, no matter what. But I think that I think some of the players that we've brought in just in the January window there, I mean, they hadn't played football, certainly 90 minutes type of football for a long time. And they're really, you can see the quality. Jamie Murphy's an example. He's actually turning into a stunning player for me. Really, really good player. And if we can get him and big Russell Martin to be as good as we think they should be, you can see the difference in the boy Murphy, and that you kind of see that difference yet with Russell Martin. So he's in a far more responsible position. So we really need him to come through. But yeah, I think we need to cut down. So that you've got Russell Martin, you need to get him to maybe special training. I don't know, special practice, and it's the same with Wes. And they're the areas that you go to. And you mentioned the wee boy yesterday, but we've been, shall we say, raving about him. And a young lad, Declan John. Sometimes he posts himself missing from a defensive perspective purely. And he sometimes lashes out at the ball and it's no there. You know, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So all these things, man.
Talking about people who need special training, we'll be joined by Gary. How are we doing, Gary?
Gary.
As don't know how to take that there,
Take it badly.
Sorry, I've been missing in action again the last few times, but
that was the same as me Saturday night, Gary, so don't worry about it.
You been all right, Gary? You been all right?
I'm back to normal, guys. You'll be glad to know.
Well done.
All right, well, if you're back to normal, thanks for the call. We'll speak to you next week.
See you later.
What's on your mind, Gary? What's on your mind? What are you thinking about Sunday's performance?
Delighted, mate. Absolutely delighted. Great attacking performance. We're still shaky at the back, which is worrying. I think it was Ulster that said earlier on that we're not going to score 4 and 5 goals every game, you know. So if we can sort the defence out, I think we've got a really good shout with this week. I think their bottle is crashing. And what I will say is the longer they stay in Europe, I actually want them to get the final. I never thought I'd say that. The longer they stay in Europe, hang on, the longer they stay in Europe, the better chance we've got.
I remember saying that the last time, mate, when they go to that final, and I thought that was all right. We ultimately won the treble, but geez, oh, did we suffer for a few weeks up there? Listen, Bridgeman, you might have to get a taxi, mate. I've just been PM'd. Ibrox Loyal has been seeing me a picture hanging about the Argyle Arcade with half a brick, mate.
Joking.
Aye, that's my information.
Ox, can I just say something to you quickly as well?
Yeah, on you go, mate. On you go.
Totally off the record.
Uh-huh.
You'll know what I'm talking about. Saturday, there is a requirement, if you know what I mean. So. All
right. I'm sure we can. We'll get a hold of our good friend Jess.
All right, cool.
All right,
nice
all
one.
right. And if not, we'll have another good friend to help you out. Yeah.
Nice one. Cool.
All right. Not a problem.
What's going on here? It's some we should know.
I need to know basis. I need to know basis. I need to know basis. You don't need to know.
Right. Okay, bud.
It's a dodgy deal. No, I'm kidding on. No, but listen, seriously, I'm delighted with the performance. Windass has definitely shut up the critics. He can keep shushing all he wants for all I care now. I think Morelos has probably added a wee bit to his value as well. I'll be honest, I was disappointed that we didn't go with the 2 again. I just wonder if Cummins now realises that he's here to be a bench player, it seems. Do you know what I mean?
I think the thing about it is we might have been critical on Graham Murray before the start. You say, and I'll take this from the panel because that's a great point, Gary. We'll take it to Blue first. You might say before the game, want 2 up front. We want 2 up front. He scored goals. We scored 5 goals. Mr. Murray's got it right.
Well, I've got to be honest. As I've said, I was afraid that he would go back to 4-5-1 before. You know, I said I was on record saying that. So I must admit, Mr. Murray knows better than me. There's a big shock to the system, isn't it?
Right, you're going to have a lie down.
I'm absolutely shocked at that one.
Rudy Bear might have wanted the 2 up front. I don't know if you did or you were happy with the team. But if you did, at the end of the day, we've scored 5. So, again, manager's got it right.
Can't argue with it. At the end of the day, I was, like most, I think, wanted 2 up front. But I think I said to you on Friday night, I think it was, but I couldn't see him playing with 4 up front. 2 up front. I thought he'd go to his 4-5-1. He seems to be his preferred formation, doesn't it? The 4-5-1 or the 4-2-3-1. But it works. I mean, they scored 5 goals, and you can't argue with that. That's why we're on here talking about football, and he's in the game. You know what I mean? And as long as he keeps playing like that and scoring like that, you know, he can play whatever formation he wants. If he wants to go with 1 up front, and he's got Jamie Murphy, Windass, and Candace contributing as well, that's great by me. They could do that all day long for me, you know.
Bridgeman?
Are you talking particularly about Windass? Was it particularly about Windass, or just the critics? No, I heard.
No, but 2 up front. So I think if you're maybe thinking that, you'd be dropping.
No, I was just. I
was
thinking about Ryan speaking about Windass can still do the shushing and things like that, you know.
No. What he's saying. Listen to the question. Listen to Gary, and it wasn't Ryan. It was Gary.
Gary, sorry, for God's sake, sorry.
Gary said he was disappointed, but didn't play with the 2 up front. which I think a lot of people were like that when the team was announced. But ultimately, we've scored 5 goals, so has the manager got it right?
Yes, the manager's got it right. I think I said this in Friday and on Saturday before the game. I would have preferred them to play with the two, Morelos and Cummings. I would like that. However, you're left with what you're going to do with Doherty and what you're going to do with Candeias, because there's a straight choice between the two. But he worked it out. He just dropped Cummings, or he left Cummings out, and kept the rest of the team the same, and slotted in what do you call him? Candeias, and which was quite good. It worked out very well. Particularly, you could see the amount of work the guys were putting in, after a wee shaky start. So I think the manager's got it right, and I think what he was saying when he said that Mr. Cummins now probably realises he's only going to be a bit part player. That's true. That is going to happen to him, but he needs to be able to show in the training and everything else, because he's hardly played as well. Once you're back to this of the match fit, and he is definitely not match fit, you can see that. But my goodness gracious, he's going to be a player for us, for sure. He's going to be a player for us.
All right. Big Ulster?
Yeah, he's got it right. I'm sure the pressure was on him, I'm sure, because a lot of people demanding the 2 up front after the game here, but Mr. Murray reverted back to what we have been playing, and obviously brought the back into the game, and we won, so we have to say he was correct on his decision. So he done the right move. I think we're attacking. We're very, very good. I think sometimes people think because you don't play 2 up front, you're with one striker, but you've got the likes Candeias and Murphy and then Windass who, they're attacking, so you're not actually left for one up front if it's played correctly, because you've got maybe even more up supporting on forward roles. So yeah, they done the right decision. We got the result.
It's a good point also you make there. It's all about getting your midfielders into the box to support them, isn't it? They need to be up close to them. If there's a 30-yard gap in between Morelos and the midfield, he's going to struggle up there on his own. But as they showed at the weekend, between Candeias, Murphy and Windass, they've all got the pace to get it up there to help him out, and they scored 5 goals. You can't argue with that, really, can you?
See, what the thing is, you get a lot of people saying, wow, we're going 1 up front, that's negative. But it's actually it's not negative the way we play it. As you say, we're looking to get players. You would actually say it's even more attacking because you've got so much more options up there. So for me, it's not a negative move.
That's a brilliant point you said there, Ulster, because at times during the second half there, we looked as if we had 3, 4, and sometimes 5 round about the penalty box, So we had lots of bodies getting into that box and looking for the ball. You're absolutely right.
Okay, he was disappointed in the second half when didn't score more goals. Bridge, you mentioned it.
Oh, yes, I thought we could have burnt them down. Really, I really do. If a bit more luck as well, because their goalkeeper brought up a couple of fine saves and we hit the bar and post, and of course, wee chances, but final pass wasn't quite there, and our centre half missing a sitter, an open goal. Canang. So lots of chances. I thought we could have went to easily double figures in that game. So that's a disappointment in its own. But, at the end of the day, you still scored 5 goals, 5 going on 10 for me. 5 going on 10.
On you go, boy.
I've just said something that came to my mind. With these players, if we're playing 1 up front like Morelos, and you've got the likes of Murphy, Windass and Candeias burning huge amounts of energy coming backwards and forwards, we're going to need players to replace these guys, because after 15 minutes, 20 minutes of the second half, they're going to be done.
Squad game, eh?
Absolutely, mate. So we've got to look who would, obviously you could perhaps move young Doherty further forward, because I don't think it really worked out for him quite so well sitting deep, and perhaps bring in young player like Aidan Wilson or someone into the defensive midfield while McCrory's not available. I don't know. Jason Holt will be back next week, admittedly, but it's things like this we're going to have to look at. If you're going to want the team to go for 90 minutes, we're going to have to get substitutes into these midfielders, because they can't go flat like that for 90 minutes, mate.
I thought the boy Doherty, obviously the ricket in the first couple of minutes, and then you could see him try to get involved in the game, and it wasn't coming after him. But I think he grew into it. And arguably, the last half an hour, he was the most influential player, made the most passes. Not saying he had a great game, but he done okay, considering he had a bad start, mate.
And it's no his natural position. I think he's more naturally playing slightly further forward, almost like when Barry Ferguson was a young player, where he could put a foot in, disrupt the opposition midfield, and would have been ideal in that game in that position against Scott Allen, wouldn't he?
Aye, I mean, he's also trying to get in the box and help out as well. He's making runs, it's just not coming after him. He had a good effort at hitting the bar with big Bates.
Oh, that was a peach when that Bates missed. That volley on the turn, I thought, that would have been goal of the game if it
was a beautiful effort. So it really was. Just a pity that didn't hit the back of the net. It'd been one of the goals of the season, I think.
I'd have liked that to go in just to see what he'd have done, because it was at Hamilton, you know. Pure curiosity.
You'd have gone mental. Then go, oh shit, no.
I think he certainly improved as the game went on. You know, it's like you say, Ox maybe he was just trying a wee bit too hard for a wee while. You know, but then I thought it took the team sort of 15 minutes to get into the game anyway. You know, I think he was part of that, but he certainly improved as the game went on. What do you do next week? Do you put him back on the bench and Jason Hoke's back again? That's a decision for the manager to make now, innit? You know, and it's like you said on Friday night, probably most of as far as the team selection goes, it'll be horses for courses. I think Graham Murphy will look at who we're playing, what their strengths and weaknesses are, and he'll pick the team to combat them, you know.
It will be interesting to see.
I don't think Hoke's going to walk back into the team. I think there's going to be a battle there for it, to be honest.
I think he will. I think he'll be back next week with Goss at that two midfielders he has sitting deep.
You see that, do you?
Absolutely, mate. I think so. Well, as I say, unless McCrory, the only way I can see that not happening is when McCrory's fit.
I can see him going with that midfield.
So you think Docherty will start and head the whole bridge?
I think so. I think that's personally. I think that's the reason the boy was brought in. I think he's going to take over from Hoke. Hoke's going to be, in my opinion, he's going to be a squad player, and probably a very valuable squad player. But I think we're going to lay a lot of, shall we say, trust on Mr. Docherty. I don't know whether. Sorry, pal.
I was just going to say, Bridge, I think the difference between Holt and Greg Docherty is Docherty's got the physicality that Holt doesn't have. I mean, Holt's got a great wee engine on him, you know. Great endeavour, gets about the park, you know, does his best to break up play and stuff like that. And he's a cracking wee player, Jason Holt. You know, he's more games than not, he's been pretty good, you know. But for me, Docherty's got the physicality, you know, that Holt doesn't have. Because
is there any way, Rudy? Is there any way you could see, just for saying sake, that I know people like myself and everybody on the panel here, and in all probability, all the Rangers fans that watch our team, will probably say, "Wouldn't we like to have that boy Goss?" Then the chances are you're not going to always get that boy Goss, because depending on our value, of course, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe they're just he's going to be a sort of luxury, and that's maybe what Docherty's been brought in for, to replace Goss.
See what was up to me. See, as far as that boy Goss is concerned, I'd be talking to QPR right now.
Rudy, you're talking to... Oh, absolutely.
They should be talking to QPR and say, right, what's the situation at the end of the season? We like what we see here. What's the situation? You know, but if he keeps playing the way he's playing, and certainly if he improves, because I read somewhere, I think it was about a year since he had any decent football.
That's correct.
So he's still getting into the game up here, and I just think as the weeks go by, he'll get better and better. And if that happens, you're going to have championship clubs and all that looking at him as well, and the money's daft in their bridge, isn't it? So, but I'd certainly be talking to QPR about him, because he's a classy player, classy player.
Gary, the boy Docherty, what do you think of his performance?
I thought he done no bad for his. That was his first start, wasn't it?
Apart from Ayr.
First start in the league, not a bad way to come in against your old club. But no, I think he done well. And as you say, the more game time he gets, he's going to be one of these players that gets better and better. What I was thinking though, just when we're talking about people getting back into the team, Holt probably will come back into the team, but see, if I'm honest, I think it's going to be really difficult for any of the players that are currently out injured to get back into this team, because we are playing some lovely stuff right now. I really do think it'll be difficult for any of them to get back in the team.
That could be a good thing, Bridger. Because then if you get in the team, you've got to up your performance, competition for places, you've got to get a jersey and get in the team.
Absolutely. I mean, I know when I was playing it, there's a lot of our coaches and managers used to just love coming in with some fresh faces, as they say. And when you see the fresh face playing it, particularly at training, or you maybe even played against them, and you soon know what you're going to be up against, and you tend to give it a wee bit extra. If you've got that wee bit extra, you give it. And that's what the competition's all about. And I agree. We were saying that some of these players, they're not just automatically going to walk back into the team. And that's why I say, in all honesty, I don't see Murty changing the team and to any great extent. As far as I'm concerned, he will play with the same team he had on Saturday. What he might do is he might gamble with Candias getting dropped out and putting Cummings in. You know,
I think you're wrong there, mate. I don't think Greg Docherty will get into the first team when everybody's fit, mate. I think he's a future prospect. If you take out Candias, you take the balance away for the right-hand side with Candias and Taverner, mate. He get in because Holt's out the game just now. I think when Holt comes back, I'm not saying he's a better player, but he's more experienced of the two, knows the system, and will probably come in. I can see Docherty get in if we go 4-5-1, where we'll have Candias and Murphy on the wings, and the middle three are probably Goss, McCrory, and him then, when there's room to fit him in. But at present, I still think he's a young boy learning his trade, mate. He's played in the Premier League for a lot of games with Hamilton, but he's no used to the up-and quality and learning the new way that he's having to play at Rangers. I think he'll be good, but it'll be next year before we see the best of Greg Docherty.
That's interesting. I just don't think the manager, he's watched the players playing, he's watched them seeing what they came through, that he might tweak it. Look, he's a manager. He might completely change the team for all I know. But after all, we're going to be playing Hearts, aren't we? So it's going to be a tough game no matter what. I just don't see him changing too much. I don't see him just going ahead and bringing Holt back in just for the sake of bringing Holt in. But that was a manager's choice. He'll make his mind up. There's no problem there.
And I think it's the same with Jason Cummings. There's no way he's shifting Morelos out that team, mate.
Not at the moment, mate.
No chance. And the front four are operating and playing well. There's no room unless you take one of them out. And as I said before, you can't take Candias and Murphy out. So the only one you can take out is Josh Windass. Now, Josh Windass has scored goal and got great assists. Doesn't he
9 goals in 4 games.
And I think Cummings will have to, he'll no like sitting on the bench, but that's what he's been brought for, cover for Morelos, mate, because we didn't have anybody else.
I don't necessarily think he's brought in for cover. At the present moment, he's a squad player. He's not showing the fitness that's required to be in the first pick in the team. That's why he might be fit, as in a physical fitness, but there's no way he's match fit. And he needs time on the park. It's so simple as that. So he's going to have quite a few appearances as a subby. That's what I say.
Well, it's not an insult, mate, to be brought into the Rangers squad and be what you would term as a squad player. We have got some really good players in different positions, but the rest of the first team squad understand that they're not all going to walk into that team, mate. You've got to earn your way into the team, be it through suspension or injury, and once you get there, you've got to hold on to it.
Talking about people who always earn their place, we've been joined by Boswell. Evening, Bos.
Good evening, people. How are we doing?
Okay. I've no fines for his visit.
Yeah. So I heard you were in poor form and stuff.
No. I think if you spun that story 180 degrees closer to the mark.
You were in very, very poor form.
No. It was somebody else who needed looked after, and it wasn't me.
Oh well, no, that was. I'm sorry, that wasn't the story that I had.
No, I know.
Taxi for Foxy. Taxi for Foxy.
I managed to get the subway and then the good old Glasgow transport bus up the road, mate. You only had to walk 200 yards and you still never done it.
It took me quite a few hours to do it, Fox, I must admit.
That's right, but there's a lot of distractions in Dumbarton Road.
There sure is, boys.
Dumbarton Road can be a place fraught with danger at any time of the day. I don't know. What kind of personality do we got on here? It's terrible. I'm always quite perplexed when I hear some of the opinions on here now. And I think this is one of the great things about this platform of ours, is that the diversity of opinion. I love it. Jason Holt is the man in possession. There is no way he will be moving for Greg Docherty anytime soon. I'm astonished that anybody who would go and watch Rangers Lethbridge on a regular basis would believe other than that. Greg Docherty's been brought. He's a young guy. He's just having to make his way. He'll be one for next season after. At the moment, he's just got to stand by, watch and learn, in my opinion.
Same age as Morelos.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, Morelos has had a lot of football. So has Greg Docherty, mind you, but at different levels. You know, Greg Docherty is still in his home country. Morelos has actually come out of his home country and has played football in Finland. He played football here, so he's a seasoned pro by now, which is much more than can be said for Greg Docherty. Greg Docherty's been at Hamilton since he's been first team 17 at Hamilton.
17 now.
So, you know, whilst a good player, it's having to play away from home and all the things that involves. That's difficult for a young footballer. And Jason Cummings, I'm right with Fox here, is that Jason Cummings has come as cover for Morelos. And what he's got to do is got to make Graham Murty make a decision. He's got to make it difficult for the manager to either leave him out or put him on the bench. But he's got, so whenever he comes on, he needs to make a difference. And he might only have 10, 15 minutes to do it, but this is Rangers. You know, you're not at Hibs.
It's getting the big goals, mate. It's getting the 2-1 winner.
Yeah, exactly.
No scoring 3 when you won 6-0, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the fourth in a 5-0 win, that's no use. It's winning 1-0. It's getting a draw last minute, that sort of thing. These are the important things, and unfortunately, that's the rules for Jason Cummings until he's number one, and then he's got time to expand his game. But up until then, I think I watched the game again today, and I was really, I don't know, I got quite angry about the whole thing because it was just carelessness that led to us losing those goals. And the penalty, well, I said about the penalty yesterday, had that been given across the way, there would have been riots and fire and looting in the streets. And of course, you can't have what's the story? You can't have a wee team coming to a big team and putting up their levels and winning, apparently. But no, I thought we were always going to beat Hamilton, but I certainly think that we let them into the game too easily and didn't put up enough early on. We're a slow starting team. We don't get going. And I think that once you do that, I think that gives a team like Hamilton or St Johnstone or whoever, it gives them the encouragement that they can go and think, this mob might not fancy it today, let's give them another couple.
What disappointed me was not so much there in the first few minutes, mate, is once we've got our noses in front, we've done the hard work.
Exactly.
That disappointed me more.
Anyhow, I'll shut my gob and let everybody else get on.
No, fair comments, boys. Gary, it's going to be interesting, the midfield, and it's boys rightly points out, Jason Holt's got the jersey, gets suspended. Greg Docherty's done okay. Has he done enough for you?
No yet. I wouldn't say after, the 2 games that he's had that he's done enough to keep Jason out the team. He's young, you know. He's like Morelos. He's still learning, but I think he's got good support there in the midfield, you know, to help him learn and to help him kind of integrate into the team. But I think, yeah, it'll be tough for him to, at the moment anyway. It'll be tough for him to kind of hold the place down. I think until he kind of does it on a more consistent basis, you know, and I think he properly needs to stand out in a game.
I think if he scores that goal, if that one doesn't hit the bar, we're looking at the boy differently.
Aye. I mean, it's always the same. If they get the goal, then you know the opinions totally seem to change. You know, but he obviously needs to do more than that. You know, but for me, I think it will be Jason Holt for the next while anyway.
Fair comment, but Bridgeman, come to you next. This team, the squad, it's changed. If you think back to when we played Hibs at Ibrox, and you had Hodgson, Cardozo, Alves, the first time round. Herrera come on, Kenny Miller was playing, Wundas was playing on the left, Ryan Jack, the boy Dorrans.
Different players altogether.
It's changed so dramatically since August. It's unbelievable.
Absolutely. Yeah, indeed, pal. I think a lot of the players that we've got playing now are, in fact, quality-wise, are better players than we had before around about Christmas time type thing, you know, in the first half of the season. So some of the boys that were brought in in the January window have absolutely improved the squad no end. There's a couple of wee weaknesses that we've spoke about, you know. We're hopeful that Russell Martin ups his game a bit, and we hope that Cummings comes in and gets himself fully match fit and is able to do things. I loved that goal he scored against Ayr United. That was a fabulous goal, you know. I'm looking for Cummings to come in onto the pitch and do that type of thing, that touch of magic we're looking for. We've got Morelos as a Oil Buffalo right enough. His game's tremendous, particularly weekend there. 2 assists and a goal, you know. It's just great to watch, you know, and great to talk about as well, you know. Some of our players are really, really good players, and I just hope they all can be part of a squad that everybody gets on with each other, and the manager balances it all out and does what he does. He's got to throw his magic into the ring as well, so let's hope he's successful at it, because we deserve a good run. We definitely deserve a good run.
I think that it's that's the thing, Bridge, isn't it? Is that it's getting a run and it's keeping the continuity. And I think that having watched that again yesterday, I was not happy with Russell Martin playing that left side, and I don't think he helps David Bates the way that Alves does.
Absolutely right, pal.
I think Alves and Bates have very rarely played with each other.
Yeah, but I certainly think that, you know, we also miss is McCrory, really. But who would have thought we would have been missing a 19-year-old boy in that team? But I think
you're going to miss him. You're going to miss him for the competitive game.
Yeah.
You know, I think we're going to have to be more fluid with our system. I think there's times where we're going to have to push people on and go free at the back, as Bridges pointed out, and then we get that mental body in midfield by doing that. I think we're going to have to start being fluid with our system, and then teams don't know what you're going to do.
Still, we don't seem to be robust enough. I felt that we got bullied a little bit by Hamilton yesterday. You know, you've got the big guy with the beard and the stupid
the 10 of them guys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they all look like insurgents. But I felt that, you know, when you get a team like that I don't want to call them hammer throwers, because they're not hammer throwers. They're just
powerful team.
They're honest professionals they're not blessed with fantastic skill, but they've got great physicality. And I think we've got players sometimes that shrink away for that, and I think it's because there's no real leadership in the park, and that's I think the next thing I think that in the transfer window come summertime that we need to address is leadership, because I sometimes think that heads go down easily. You know, you were saying we go down 1-0, we come back, we go in front, and then we don't have the mental rigidity to be able to stay there and say, let's just keep the ball and calm down for 5-10 minutes, and
So
then we'll push it.
Playing devil's advocate of that, boys, we went in 4-2 up.
Yes, well, we did come back from that, but I think that was more. I mean, goalkeeper was just. I mean, that was just mad. But as I was saying to Bridge yesterday, but Murphy's that shot is that Windus has the shot. He makes room for his shot, and then it's down to the goalkeeper just being hopeless. And
it could have even been an own goal, if I'm being honest about it.
Well, exactly, because I mean, when he'd gone to punch it, he punches it up into the roof of the net. So, but I just think Windus got himself in the position, and so I don't think there was anything wrong with the goal other than the fact that the goalkeeper was just hopeless. But it's things like that we need to take advantage of, and of course we kicked on. But I still, in all, we'd come back, and then the penalty near the end, I was really dismayed with that. As I say, I think that was a horrendous decision, but. Yet again, much like Ross Jack being sent off, how many times has Russell Martin been done for a penalty in the last couple of months since he's come to us?
Twice, that's the second time in it. Ross County and then that one. So the squad evolving, Blue Shadow, did you see that happen so quickly?
I never saw what happened in January in regards to all the transfers. Before I forget, one thing I was going to say about what Greg Docherty's managed to achieve is that he's made it, if Jason Holt is kept playing up to the mark, he'll be substituted. I think he's managed to achieve that one, so it'll keep Jason Holt honest, that's for sure. He can't afford a bad game anymore, otherwise young Docherty will be in his place. As regards the squad and the development within the squad, as I said, I never saw the players coming in, but what really makes me so happy with the thing is, if for our first goal, if Morales had that chance before Christmas, he would have blasted it at the keeper. As it was, he had his head up and he's looking round and he saw I think it was Murphy, wasn't it? And he passed it back to him, and it was a simple tap in, and that sort of intelligence in the team is something I've been waiting to see for quite a while now, and I'm so happy to see it's eventually starting to come through in green shoots, as it were.
Blue shoots, if you don't mind.
Okay, blue shoots. You know what I mean.
Rudy.
I mean, before the lead up to the sort of January transfer window, I wasn't really expecting all that much, to be honest. I thought there'd be a couple of players, and then, I was hoping for a wee bit of quality to come in. I was really chuffed with the transfer window. I think, the bench now compared to what it was in the first half of the season is much better. The squad in general, the quality of the squad has been upped as well, and for me, Jamie Murphy just balances. I think the team's playing better because Jamie Murphy helps to balance the team out better, because we've finally got somebody that plays on the left side of the park and knows how to play there properly. And we haven't had that for a while, Sorry.
Plus Jamie Murphy's getting better every week, mate. You can see him getting fitter. He's demanding the ball.
And he started off quietly, so he did, but we did say, that he was a good player and that he would improve, when his match fitness improved, and as each game goes by, he's just getting better and better for me. I mean, as I said, my man of the match was him at the weekend. I agree with you.
He was the best. Windus scored the hat-trick, but Murphy was the best football player in the park, yeah?
Aye, by miles, not by miles, but there was other good performances. But for me, I mean, 3 assists and a goal, you can't ask much more of the boy. He had a cracking game, but he certainly balances up the team. That now that we've got that decent left-sided player, really good left-sided player actually. There looks to be a bit of balance now because we can attack from either side of the park now.
That's got to be a positive, Gary. Candias, Tavernier, Murphy, Declan John, working hard as partnerships. It's got to be a positive.
Aye, absolutely. We've got so much attacking sense in the team, you know, especially from the fullbacks. I love that, to be honest. I love them just kind of, you know, going back and forward. And I know we were talking earlier about the midfield helping out the defence as well. For me, seeing we're talking about the midfield helping out the defence, that kind of worries me slightly, right? I know it's a team game, right? But to me, that kind of says that there's a slight lack of trust, you know, towards the defenders. And I think that is, you know, obviously due to the fact that we are leaking the goals. But attacking, you know, there's absolutely no problem. I'm loving what I'm seeing. And Murphy, yeah, definitely was best player on the park by a mile yesterday, and I think he's only going to get better, and I think he will also get a good few goals for us as well.
Yeah.
Yep. Big Ulster, who was your man in the match yesterday?
Murphy. Yeah, I thought Murphy was fantastic with it, and he's definitely coming on the game. You can see he was a bit quiet for a while, but his class is starting to show now. He's getting more comfortable, and he's starting to get obviously more match game fitness. So for me, I thought it was Murphy. Just another quick thing as well. I think Mr. Murdy needs to be given a lot of credit, because you're seeing players there like the Tavernier and Windass, who maybe haven't played the great heights at certain times for us. You know, I think whatever he's doing on the coaching side of things, you know, these players seem to be up in their game big time since he's been in tenure. So credit to him, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's seen Tavernier's picture that's been posted online? Has anybody seen that one?
No, I haven't.
In the changing room, with his strip on. Has anybody seen it?
Oh, I've seen it. Aye.
Who thinks that Jimmy Nicholl took that picture?
Aye. He's obviously seen it. Stand over there a wee bit, mate. No, move to the left a wee bit.
Where is it?
In the dressing room.
Nice one, mate. Nice one, mate.
You put him a curveball there, Rooney. He's beating that one. No, our dressing room bridge, man. That's a telephone box.
Where can we see it? Any idea?
In the forums, mate. Try Rangers.
I'll pick it up, no problem.
Yeah.
Murphy was my man in the match. I thought he was.
I agree, boys. I think he was. Even obviously the goals he scored, the first one was involved in another two of them.
But it's also his coming back, Ox. He was coming back. He was tracking his players. He was tracking runs. He was defending. I just thought he was excellent. And it's that. I think we did this before with players that wanted to be static. And I don't think in a team like ours you can afford to be static. I think you need to be on it all the time. And I like that. And you're starting to see that with Tav. He was restricted yesterday a little bit because Candace was so progressive. And I think that maybe helped Tav a wee bit. But certainly Murphy, for me, I just thought was fantastic yesterday.
Yeah, it was brilliant, I thought.
Yeah. You agree with that, Rudy?
Aye, definitely man of the match. I thought he was excellent yesterday, you know, and he's getting better and better, isn't he? So I think we can expect really good things for Jamie Murphy for the rest of the season, you know.
Somebody who always sees it differently. Fox?
Man of the match for me was Morelos, mate. I think a goal, 2 assists, mate, and he could have had more than that. I thought that his pressing, the back line, somebody's actually teaching him not to be as offside as he was in previous games. I don't think he was offside in that whole game. I thought he linked up really well with those running about him. Mm-hmm. And for me, it was just a good all-round, great striker's performance for Alfredo on Sunday. And I think he's just getting better and better. He's listening to what somebody's telling him and starting to play with that.
Thank God you're here, boys. So we'll ask people in the lobby who their man of the match is, and you can do the percentages, boys.
I blew out a saber leaf.
Who was?
You've been sacked, Ulster.
Ulster been sacked. He's probably a better mathematician than me. I'm a social scientist. I'm just
Don't worry.
He's trying to back out you now. He's trying to
This
back
is an
out you.
experiment as well, boys. Don't
Is it,
worry
an
about
is it an experiment? Is it?
Should have
I
told
know-
me that at Paisley
Ibrox-
Tech. Come on.
Ibrox Loyal was at night school tonight. Doing fractions and
Doing
percentages.
fractions and percentages and areas and distance. I think this is absolutely fantastic because here we are. Everybody's got most people here. There, you got Fox's man of the match is different from about three of us and somebody. And I just think that's marvellous that we've got so many players on our side playing really well. And people are saying, no, he's the man of the match, he's the man of the match. So what we really have is a vibrant team that's successful just now, and that suits me. I think we've got can I hear a caller coming in?
Right, I'll see, mate. Just
Hello,
check.
gentlemen.
Oh,
Oh, it's Big Al. Oh, yeah, somebody can do percentages. Thank God for that. How we doing, Al? What's
Not
on your mind,
bad,
big
not
chap?
bad.
What's on your check?
Well, you were mentioning about Docherty and Morales. They're both run about the same age. Docherty's
roughly
played
21.
quite a Docherty's, I would say, is a mere season pro. He's played, I think, when I checked on Google, 25, 26 games more than Morales. The two of them play in different positions, but I don't think age is a stumbling block.
So,
I
no,
think
he's
the two
seen
of them
Fox
are
on
at
Saturday night.
Aye.
Carry on, mate.
Nurse Gladys again.
No.
So I don't think age is a stumbling block. I think it's how you handle yourself on the park. Morales handles himself extremely well. I thought I would give him my man of the match. I liked when he cut that ball back on the byline. Just, it looked like he wasn't selfish.
Simple goal, great goal.
Aye, but you still have to execute those moves and that, and have the awareness to. You need to know what's behind you, obviously. So he knew what was happening on the park. But see, for me, look, I've read about wee Jason Holt as well, and I like wee Jason Holt, but I don't see him as a future. But as I see the young boy Docherty as a future in the middle of that park, and I think he gives you an extra 20-25% more as your percentages. In the attacking sense, I know he's going to make a few mistakes now, but I would have him in the team. I'd keep him in the team. He's fit enough for the laddie, and as I say, he will make a mistake here and there, but I think that'll gradually leave him, and he'll just get better and better and better. Sorry, boys, if you can hear that.
No. Listen, I'm not going to shoot this out too much, but I might agree with you,
Al.
Because
I listened to the
Jason Holt. Yep.
Sorry,
On you go, mate. On you go.
I need to go. I'm kind of. I listened to the Sunday show, the European show. Good insight. Really enjoyed it.
Brilliant.
But it's just not the same if you're not hosting it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying the hosts were bad, but it's just not the same. But really good show actually. I love European football as well. I don't know. Have any of you seen the documentary on Netflix about Juventus? I know a wee bit off, but if you can get it, really good insight into a football club, how it's run, properly run, real proper players, like the mentality. When you see that Higuain, is it Higuain, Argentinian speaking, talking, man, different level, total different level, man. So if you get a wee chance, look at that Netflix documentary, really good. I love you and leave you, gentlemen. I need to go and get my piece. Take care. All that best.
Your chits.
Yeah.
Chits, man. See you later. My bait.
See you later. See you later.
Take care, boys.
Have you seen his peace box?
I bet you it's huge.
Hey you. I'm not away yet.
We know.
Fella spam. Sorry, boy. Take care. All the best.
See you later, Al.
See ya.
What a man. A wee bit of homework for you, boys.
What's that?
A wee bit of homework for you. Documentary on Juventus.
Oh well,
I've actually seen it.
I haven't seen it.
No.
They'll be able to show them how to match fix properly.
They've had their problems, haven't they?
Indeed, they have. Yeah, but I mean, 5, 6. It's going to be well. The Italian league looks a wee bit more competitive this year. than it did.
Who is it skiing them? Who is it skiing them?
Lazio playing really well.
Lazio, that's right.
Lazio, Roma, Juve. So I think Lazio are still in front. They were last night, and Juve won. So,
you're planning to talk about at least Man City kind of win the quadruple, but we'll leave that for you for Sunday, mate.
Oh, I watched that tonight. Fantastic. Just
I'll leave that for you.
Proper grassroots football.
Obviously, they're saving their team. Obviously, they're saving it for Sunday in the cup final.
Well, I'll tell you, many a word spoken in jest, that one, I think.
I looked at some of the stats for that, boys. Well, that was amazing. The possession, City had 79% possession and had about 30 chances.
Yeah.
And Wigan had two chances and scored.
Sounds like Warburton days, doesn't it?
I mean, it was just constant, but, that's... I don't know.
2008 quarter-final Sporting Lisbon. Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, exactly. Well, kind of every round, wasn't it, really? I mean, I remember the game against Werder Bremen. I mean, sure. Was it the game in Germany? When
Alan McGregor. Anyway, somebody's come in. Who's coming in there?
Bridge.
Yes, mate.
No, I just want to ask you something. Calvin's in the lobby. He's asking when you want him to phone in.
If he just comes in, just as anytime.
I've already PM'd him.
He's PM'd him.
Okay, that's fine. You've got it. Okay, buddy.
All right. We're starting to wind up for the night. Been great chat, but look, again, feet on the ground for me. Hamilton, Partick Thistle, Ayr United. Look, we've done okay. But the hard work really starts. We need to put hearts to the sword at Ibrox, and I'm going to stress that word, at Ibrox. And I know you're not going Ulster because there's an injunction out on you. We've got to win.
That's it. He's got a restraining order.
At Ibrox, Ulster, we've got to beat Hearts.
That's terrible, that poor boy.
That's the truth.
It is. He's been an absolute jinx. What your mates saying to you, Ulster? Are they balled you for going as well?
They're all going with me. We're all banned.
They're going to win the award as the worst supporters bus in the country.
I mean, I just think it just, this is their support, isn't it? Is that there you've got boys travelling over land and sea, as the song says, and we get beat, but they're back there again. It's like Jack in the Box, bang, up again, bang, up again.
Punishment over here.
Absolutely.
Punishment, right. So how do we turn it around quickly? Ibrox, Ulster, come on, we've got to beat the Hearts. I'm giving you a clue at Ibrox.
Yep, we have to change the mentality. We have to go in there and do it. And I think with the quality we've got, I think we're going to start. That will start happening for us. So, I'm being positive. I think tide's going to change for us. We're going to start doing better.
Rudy Bear.
It's about mentality, isn't it? It's about being able to play in front of a sellout stadium. The Bears in Ibrox they're not exactly renowned for their patience at times. But the last few games and the amount of goals that's been scored, they should garner some confidence for that and go out and play. And, I mean, Hearts will be a different step up because they're playing really well in the Hearts and they're not letting in many goals, So it's not going to be easy to score against Hearts, because he's got them pretty solid at the back and everything. He's certainly made them hard to beat. But we need to find a way through them because we need to keep this going. If we have any pretensions of having a good second half of the season and running the terms right down, then we need to keep winning these games. It's as simple as that,
Here, Blue Shadow.
Beat the Hearts, I would say the simple thing is they've got to work out a way of shoring up the centre of that midfield. Until Mr. McCrory gets back, how he's going to do it, I think he's going to have to show a wee bit of invention and perhaps bring in somebody who he's no gain a first team good. Personally, I would try Aidan Wilson. I don't
know if we can do that, mate. He's on loan at Dumbarton, mate.
Is he on loan at Dumbarton?
That's an emergency loan here, isn't it?
Gary, sorry, you finished, boy?
Aye, carry on.
Whatever it is. Sorry.
Gary? Aye, for me it's the defence, mate. We need to just shore up the defence and we also need to sort out, you know, when we go ahead, concentrate when we score, you know, rather than...
I think somebody mentioned that earlier on, leadership. Boys, we've reached that time of the evening, mate. Good to hear you back on air. I heard a bit on the M6 last night, but I kept losing you. Enjoyed it. Here's a shout out, mate.
Good. It's nice that people liked having us back again, and because of that, you're forced to have it again next week.
I'm not listening next week, boys.
It's the same old rubbish. It's the same old rubbish. It's just a different week. No, on the whole, yesterday was excellent. It's fine tuning the engine now. But I certainly think that Graham Murty's on the right road. And it'll only get better. So we just need to get behind the manager and get behind the team, and I'm sure that Hearts will fall like everybody else.
Holster, briefly, shout out.
Yep, just shout out everybody's been listening and hope you enjoy the show.
We'll take some of the Facebook pages, questions maybe tomorrow night. Rudy Bear.
Really good performance for the team, and well set out by Graham Murty yesterday. Great team performance. Carry that on into the weekend against Hearts and do the same thing.
Both Shadow.
Well, I think with Mr. Levine in charge, I think we've got the chance of beating them at the weekend. So if we sort out the midfield and just a bit of confidence, and I think we'll every chance for a result.
Yep, Gary.
Yeah, just keep the momentum going. Show these fans that you're not afraid to play in front of such a big crowd. For me, the league is not ours to win; it's theirs to throw away, and I think we've got a pretty damn good chance of catching them.
Fox.
That's how it goes to Old School Blue and his glamorous assistant, who I'm training up to take care when I snuff it here. And also the moderators in the lobby, they know who they are. They do a great job. Big shout for them as well.
Yeah. And great to meet up with you weekend, Fox. Great to meet up with you. Bridgeman?
Can I just echo everybody's shout-outs and well done for last night with the Euro show as well. Well done, pal.
Thank you, Bridge. Thank you,
sir. To all the Rangers fans all over the world, in particular Rangers fans on here and Rangers Radio, every single one of us, just keep it going for the Rangers because Rangers need it. Keep it going.
Here, Bridge. Can I just thank Boswell, Gary, Blue Shadow, Rudy the Bear, and Ulster for joining myself, Fox, and Bridgeman on the panel, and also Calvin and the one and only Big Al for joining us on the call. It's been a pleasure on Rangers Radio. Thanks to everybody on the lobby. Thanks to everybody listening on Facebook. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 11. Take it away, Fox.
Every other Saturday's my half day off, and it's off to the match I go. Happily we wandered down the Copeland Road, me and my wee pal Joe. We love to see the lasses with the blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys all roar. But I don't have to tell you that the best of all, we love to see the Rangers score. Me, oh my. Oh, we love to see them cry. We love to see the lasses with the blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys all roar. But I don't have to tell you that the best of all, we love to see the Rangers score. We've won the Scottish League almost every time the League Cups assemble too. We get some exhibitions in the Scottish Cup. We are the cup winners too. And when the Rangers win the European Cup, as we've done with the one before, we'll gather round the Ibrox 50,000 strong to give the boys an Ibrox roar. Me, oh my. Oh, how we love to see them cry. We love to see the lasses with the blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys all roar. But I don't have to tell you that the best of all, we love to see the Rangers score. Me, the lasses with the blue scarves on. We love to hear the boys all roar. I don't have to tell you that the best of all, we love to see the Rangers score.